Welcome back, everyone. This is Clunt Teague Moresbury. This week on American Lives, we look at an extraordinary new lifestyle choice available to the average American citizen. While what you're about to see may seem appalling from a civilized point of view, US government experts and media hosts claim that the next step in the evolution of freedom and democracy has finally arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the Peasants. This is Rob and Tina Westinghouse. Rob is a college graduate, Tina as well. Years of Bush policies and Republican economic downsizing has not been kind to the Westinghouses. Rob found himself on the slippery slope of downward mobility.
In the 90s, we were doing pretty well. I was selling insurance, making enough so Tina only had to work part-time.
Material girl.
Yeah, well, that all changed. PhD in art history. They gave my job to some guy in India, and I ended up doing, real labor. 2 jobs. We never saw each other. I was working nights, she was days.
It sucked.
Yeah, I mean, one day you're doing great, minivan, Florida vacations. Next thing you know, you're flipping burgers and wearing a hairnet. The working poor.
The working poor. The working poor. I mean, it was degrading. He smelled like a friolator.
It's okay, honey, it's okay. It's all different now, thanks to the Lord.
Oh, yes, the Lord. The Lord saved us.
The Lord they are referring to is not in fact Jesus Christ or any of the other usual monotheistic suspects. They are in fact referring to this man. John Beresford Hickman, billionaire, industrialist. A man known in some international circles as the Iron Angel. Hickman built his fortune building private prisons, as well as offshore cloning and bioengineering laboratories. He is also a children's book author, winning the Pulitzer in children's literature for the best-selling Daddy's Got a Duck. The Westinghouses and Hickman have entered into a unique relationship, for all intents and purposes and based on law dating back to the Magna Carta, legally and binding. Rob and Tina are John Beresford Hickman's serfs. Unlike millions of other Americans, they have had the audacity to give up hope. As peasants, they can embrace their new roles in the pecking order instead of struggling against the inevitable.
We're pretty much at the bottom, and that's fine.
It's out of our hands. It's in the Lord's hands now, and He will decide things for us.
What kind of things?
That's none of our business.
A man came through town recently urging Rob to join a union and storm the Lord's mansion.
Mister, we don't want any trouble.
Rob reported him, and the man was dragged off by authorities.
That was a good thing you did, Rob. They gave him a medal.
I lost it.
Rob and Tina consider themselves non-political, but come election time, they dutifully support the party of the Lord.
We've always voted Republican. Well, they're simple folk, honest, with good family values, like us, hardworking.
So you're not bothered by the homosexual sex scandals, the bribery, the lies, the skyrocketing costs of gas, or the perpetual war they started?
I think the people running things have just been getting a lot of bad advice. And the oil companies are screwing us.
But at least we don't have to buy gas anymore.
No car.
Both Rob and Tina work hard every day for the Lord. They help around the Lord's estate with whatever needs to be done. And although they don't receive any pay, nor any dental or health care, the Lord encourages them to borrow money from His personal bank to pay for their hovel and their monthly gruel rations. Some of our viewers are thinking, what's in it for you? Why do you give up so much time to serve your Lord?
Safety. The Lord promised to protect us.
You get used to it. He gives us new fact sheets and warnings about terrorists every day. He has a private army. security.
And they will kick the ass of anyone who gets over the wall.
The wall?
Oh, the wall, yes. The Lord built a wall around us to protect us. No one gets in.
Can anyone get out?
Sure, we walk into town once a week to run errands.
It's 8.5 miles.
The Lord uses a helicopter when he wants to leave town. It's got a big gun on the front. It's really cool.
Rob, tell me about your typical day.
Wow, typical. Well, there's the daily duties, of course, and sometimes it changes. Sometimes the Lord likes to play golf.
Golf? I assume you caddy.
No, that's Tina's job. I'm a human tea.
Human tea? In a rare, almost unprecedented interview, we spoke with Mr. Hickman. Mr. Hickman, how can you justify your relationship with the Westinghouses?
Are you some kind of red? It's the American way. You scratch my back? Look, real life, there are these little birds that sit in their crocodile's mouth and they pick the meat from the crocodile's teeth. He can swallow them up anytime he wants, but he doesn't. And he gets his teeth cleaned. So what's wrong with that?
So you're not a medievalist, you're a Darwinian.
Fuck Darwin. This interview is over.
It is easy to criticize a lifestyle that would seem almost alien. Rob and Tina understand they are not the norm, yet. But the Westinghouses seem happy and resigned to their lot. Rob, Tina, what would you say is the one thing most people would find surprising about your lifestyle?
We don't make our own clothes. We got these on the internet. Apparently, medieval fashions are all the rage. The Dark Ages may have been dark, but they were chic.
I own an Xbox.
Well, that's all for this month. Join us next week on American Lives when we look at life in a clean, comfortable Supermax prison. Is prison really a place to reform? Or a sweaty meat factory? An abyss of lost souls and man flesh? You be the judge.